Football, 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 football. Some of y'all call it soccer. Football, listen, bro. I can't take you no more, dude. I can't take you serious. I can't take you serious no more. Football, you're like a troll. You're like a meme, okay? You're like a meme, dude. I can't take you serious no more. I cannot take this sport serious no more, bro. I don't know what's going on. Real Madrid has a chance. Woo, they're cooking. They got a game in hand. If they just win their next two games, they're in first place over Barcelona. They lose. They lose. Barcelona, Real Madrid messed up. Oh, man, you have a chance to push back ahead of everybody. Oh, they lose. You go to the Portuguese league. Oh, Sporting cooking. They're the best team. Oh, Ruben leaves. Oh, they lose a bunch of games. Benfica wins their next two games. They're in first place. They lose. It's like no one is taking it serious, bro. It's like no one is saying, you know what? Let's rewind, bro. Let's rewind. Go back a couple months. I'm up here. I'm glazing Barca, bro. I'm glazing Barca. Everybody's like, oh, Skill switched up, man. He's not a Real Madrid fan no more. He's a Barca fan. He glazing, bro. He's so obsessed with Lamine Yamal, bro. He's glazing, bro. That's what everybody's saying about me because of how I'm hyping up Barcelona, because I legit thought Barca was like the best team in Europe because they were looking like they're the best team in Europe. And at the same time that I'm hyping up Barcelona, I'm screaming about Ancelotti. And at the same time that I'm doing all this, I'm telling you guys, hey, yo, guys, Simeone should be fired. Simeone should be gone. The time for Simeone at Atletico Madrid, get him out of here, bro. They got cooked by Benfica. They're losing in the Champions League. La Liga looking done for them. Get him out, bro. He needs to leave Atletico Madrid. Fast forward to December. With one game in hand, Atletico Madrid, with a game in hand, is tied with points with Barcelona. Which means if they win their game that they have behind, they're in first place. And they have Barcelona next. Lads. And they have Barcelona next, right? I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, they got Barcelona next at the worst time of the season for Barcelona because they haven't been looking good, right? So soak that all in, man. It's like a sponge and just soak it all in, bro. You have Real Madrid, who if they win their two games, one and the one behind, they're in first place, they lose, okay? You have an opportunity for Barcelona to push ahead of everybody with going into the Atletico Madrid game. Instead, they lose. And now Atletico Madrid with a game in hand have the same points as Barcelona, and they play Barcelona next. You want me to take football serious? You want me to take this serious right now, bro? I can't take it serious right now, bro. We're literally talking about a team that everyone was saying was the hottest team in Europe, bro. This team under Flick, boom, this, boom, that. This team's looking crazy. This team can't be stopped. This team's this team's that. Losing at home. In a game where I don't think anyone saw them losing points today. And they did. And I want to just kind of give you like an understanding, right? They lose at home to a 14th place team that's won 5 games all season, okay? And this is the same thing my Benfica did today as well. I know I keep going back to Benfica, but they had a chance to take first place away from Sporting, and they tie a game to a team like at the bottom of the table. I don't understand. I want to say, I think I know what it is, and it's just too many games on players' legs. That's what I want to say. And I want to say it's really hard for these teams to build confidence because there's so many games and it's so easy for you to slip up very quickly. Champions League, then this cup, then that, and then international break, and then come back and you got this and you got this and you got that, this, boom, 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 boom. But I don't know how to explain this to you. Okay, you got teams that shouldn't be dropping points. You got Real Madrid giving up three goals in a game that they shouldn't. But let's focus on Barcelona, the hottest team in Europe, cooking. They got Lewandowski cooking. Rafinha's looking like he's having a better season than Vinny ever had. You got this whole thing happening. And it's all because Lamine Yamal is on fire. Lamine Yamal is cooking. Lamine Yamal is the talk of the town. Everybody's talking about this young kid at Barcelona that's doing everything so perfect. But the moment that flame came down a little bit, Barcelona seemed to just... And it seems like when that guy is not cooking then it's just bad. And I really want to help you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Imagine you have a football club, okay, that in 18 games has scored 50 goals. 50 goals in 18 games. And if Atletico Madrid win their game in hand, they're not even first place. You score 50 goals in 18 games, and you're not in first place if Atleti win their game. It's wild. Like, this is a complete, a complete flip. Like, the season they had that they started with to this now is just confusing to me. And I'm trying to put my finger on, hey, what's going on with Man City? I can't put my finger. What's going on with Barcelona? I can't put my finger on it. What's happening with this Real Madrid team? I can't put my finger on it. What's happening with these teams? And I just can't put my finger on it. And as all of us are looking at these massive teams, there's teams like Atletico Madrid who are slowly creeping up in La Liga. There's teams, look, y'all are going to laugh at me, bro. I know we're talking about Barcelona, but there's teams like, I'm going to say it, and I need to say it, right? There's teams like Chelsea in the Premier League that have 34 points, 2 points away from first place. Yes, they have a game in hand over Liverpool, but they're 2 points away from first place. Chelsea, a team that struggled over the last couple of years, second place with a chance at first place. While everyone is watching the Real Madrid not ticking at full and Barcelona, oh, they're on fire, not so much no more. You got teams like Atletico Madrid and then teams like Chelsea in the Premier League just slowly trucking along while nobody's talking about them. No one's looking at them in the shadows, and they're the ones cooking. And I can't comprehend nor put my finger on what the heck is going on in football right now. Like, if I was a betting guy, I don't bet, but if I did, I would lose a lot of money because I don't know who to put money on no more, man. I just don't know who to bet on. You know, one week Barcelona looks like this powerhouse. The next week I'm like, man, anybody can cook them. One week Real Madrid looks like they're back, and you're like, oh, this team's on fire. And then all of a sudden, anyone can put 3 goals up on them. And it's wild. The one thing I will say about this Barcelona team that I see is a massive problem, and I don't know how you guys feel about it, Barca fans, but one thing I see that's a massive problem is this. In 18 games, they've put up 50 goals. Now, I want you to understand that they're on 50 goals in 18, and Atletico Madrid's on 31, okay? And Real Madrid's on 37, okay? So they have 13 more goals than Real Madrid. By the way, Real Madrid have Vinny, Mbappe, Rodrigo, and they have 50 goals, and the other team has 37. Now, here's the problem. Real Madrid, we know, is one of the most discombobulated defenses in La Liga, in the world. We've seen this defense just crumble. People run right past this defense. I think we can all agree on that. But they've suffered 16 goals. No one's talking about it. But Barcelona has suffered 20 goals in 18 games. That's a goal a game, plus more. That's a problem. They have more goals than games played scored on them. So that's where Barcelona's problem is. To suffer 20 goals in 18 games as Barcelona is just not okay, especially when you played Real Madrid and dogged them. Right? So how are you suffering this many goals? How are you giving? Their goal difference is 30. Atletico Madrid's goal difference is 20. Real Madrid's goal difference is 21. So what I'm trying to explain to you is this team is scoring crazy. They just not defending well. If this team had a good defense, imagine if they only suffered 11 goals like Atleti or 16 goals like Real Madrid. That's a big deal, lads. That's a lot of goals to be letting in. So I think that's where Barcelona's problem is the amount of goals they're giving up. But I can't even tell you that I'm 100% confident saying that. Scoring goals ain't the problem. It was the problem today. Today, the problem was scoring goals, right? In this game today that they lost. But overall, as a season, the goals aren't really the problem because they're putting up 50 goals a game. That's not, 50 goals in 18 games. That's just in La Liga. Just La Liga. So scoring's not the problem. But the thing is when they beat people, they beat them bad. They beat them real bad. But then there's the games where they don't put up a lot of goals, and it just seems like those games right there is where they mess up. You get what I'm saying? Like against Las Palmas, they only put up 1 goal, they lost. Against Celta Vigo, they put up 2 goals, they lost. But then when they win, right? When they win, it's massive wins, bro. They're winning by 5-1 and big wins when they win. But when they lose, they can only get a goal or 2, right? So they only got a goal. They got no goals against Real. So just hear me out. After the Real Madrid win a 4-1, then they beat Real Sociedad, Espanyol, 3-1. After the Champions League game, this is what takes place. They lose November 10, 1-0 to Real Sociedad. They then tie to Celta Vigo 2-2. Okay. They then lose to Las Palmas 2-1. And then they win big time 5-1. And then they tie again to Real Betis 2-2. And then they lost today 1-0. So it's like they're just struggling to score now, it seems like. So out of nowhere, this team just started struggling to score. We know Lamine was out for a little bit there. But it just seems like when Lamine Yamal ain't cooking with those Trivellas, they struggle nasty to score goals. So Barca fans, I would love to hear y'all's opinion, because the team that looked to be the hottest team in Europe is one of the most like a seesaw right now. You don't know what you're going to get every single match. You never know if you're going to get this Barca that puts up 5 goals or this Barca that can't score 1 goal. So I want you guys to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But I'm telling you right now, football is trolling. I can't take it serious. I can't take football serious right now, bro. Everything's out of whack, bro. Mbappe's not scoring heck of goals. Barcelona was scoring heck of goals and not scoring, and now they're not scoring. Now they're not cooking the way they were. My Benfica could have had first place. They want to lose. Real Madrid could have had first place. They want to lose, or they want to tie. Like, what are we doing? It's like, what's going on here? Let me know if you guys have any ideas, because I'm freaking confused.